Hello, everyone. Welcome to our channel. And back to it?
I think that includes everybody. I hope. Look what you did.
What did I do?
You put her to sleep.
She's not asleep. She's hiding.
From you, not me. You notice where her face is.
Yeah, well, it must be comfortable there.
No. Yours looks comfortable.
He's always comfortable.
He is. He's a sweetheart. So is she. So this week's video is definitely a special one.
It is a special one.
This doll was given to you. And from a very dear friend.
We became very dear friends.
Yes.
But we met through...
It's amazing.
But we met through this doll.
That's right. That's what I was going to say. It's amazing how many friends we have now through dolls.
Through these dolls.
Yeah. And she's an exceptional.
She's exceptional.
Ideal Toni doll. And she is a P90. She's 14 inches tall, but boy, oh boy, wait till you see her hair.
All original. Everything she's wearing is original. She's completely original.
So we're going to do something I haven't done in a while.
What are we doing?
Hopefully it doesn't take too long. I don't know. It might take a long time. We're going to do her entire everything. Oh. We might not stay on anything very long.
Yes.
But we're going to show you it all from her head to her feet.
We're gonna show her
from her head, from her original hair, nylon hair, to her original shoes.
Yes, we're gonna do a complete restoration.
And I can't wait. So let's get to it.
Can't wait. These are fun. And I want to thank the person, our friend, who has given us this opportunity to own this sweet little girl.
Yep. Let's get to it.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ruby Sue.
That she is.
And I'm very special. I have a great mommy that wanted her to come here and get the works.
Yep. She's going to have it all. Head to toe. She's getting the whole 9 yards.
And her original owner, before she went to her second mommy, was a woman that lived to be almost 100, if I'm not mistaken. And I want to show you a doll that was well taken care of for a very long period of time.
Yes, this little girl was not neglected.
Not neglected at all.
But she still needs to have...
She needs a spa day, and she is going to get one.
Yep. She's got an absolutely gorgeous face. Oh, wait a minute. We are remiss.
What?
This little girl is an Ideal Toni doll.
Oh, that's true.
She is a P90. P means plastic. 90.
We haven't figured that out yet.
It haven't figured it out.
She's 14 inches tall.
But yeah, that means she's 14 inches tall. She has an apricot nylon wig.
Oh, she
has gorgeous blue eyes.
And both original barrettes that have not have any rust or damage at all.
Right.
This is her original ribbon.
All of her face paint is absolutely
all original.
Gorgeous. Her dress is a tagged. Turn her around.
Yep.
It is a tagged.
There it is.
Ideal Toni dress.
And her shoes and socks are all original.
They are original. She has her original attached slip.
And look at the it looks like she took it right out of the box.
Let's see her panties because they're original too.
And her panties.
Yep. And they're all just going to get a little refresh. But the difference in this video is we're going to show it all.
Yes, we had done
every bit
once,
of it.
Many a year ago.
Maybe. But we're going to show everything, but everything is not going to be in depth. We're just going to show all of the different steps that take little Miss Ruby Sue to looking brand new again.
That's right. And I want to mention that this is a red dress, and then she's got this material, I can't think, organza, I think it's called. And it needs to be OxyCleaned, but I'm afraid to OxyClean this dress and change its color. So it's going to get a little soak in some white vinegar to set the color before we put this, her socks
We'll probably
or
do a
panties.
test patch
Yes.
on it to make sure that the color isn't going to run.
Yeah. Well, we can seal it with the
Right,
vinegar.
but we're still going to do a test patch. And I think we just ought to jump right into it.
And I think you ought to be able to see the back of her hair. Her hair is apricot, and from her second mommy, had the same color her whole life. So this is the same color hair that her mommy has. And she's going to be absolutely gorgeous when we're done.
Yep. I think we're going to get to it.
I think we got to get to it. So right now we're going to remove her original barrettes. And you see, these are the original pins that came with the doll. This doll has not been played with.
Why don't you take out one of the original pins so that people can see you
Oh, the
doing
original pin?
Yeah.
Here's one.
Not that one, the clip.
The clip. And we are going to put her ribbon back in as it was. When
See, the way that it came out is...
I will show them. So I'm going to just release it from the bow because it just goes through the bow like that. All right. There is a little indent right here.
Mm-hmm.
You push this down, slide it under, and there you go.
Okay. Let's do the rest of them.
So here are the pins that were in her hair, and we had a little trouble with her second.
It was in there kind of tight.
It was in tight, and it also had a little bit of rust on it, which I'll take off.
Okay.
So we took her ribbon, and we have to open it.
Yep.
To restore it.
Mm-hmm. And take off her shoes and...
Be careful when we take shoes off. Always be careful. Because...
little snaps can come off.
Oh, yes.
That's a better picture.
And we will oil these. Mm-hmm. So here I took some white distilled vinegar, put about a cup of it in here because I don't want her beautiful bright red dress or the blue to bleed in the OxiClean. But we need the OxiClean desperately for these, for her blouse. So we're just going to leave it there for 5 minutes?
Okay, 5 minutes, we'll be back.
So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to rinse out all the vinegar.
Then we're going to
put it in OxiClean.
Okay.
So what I've done is, I wanted to see, her socks got wet. Look what color they are, just from getting wet. And they're in the OxiClean. And so what we're going to do is put her panties.
And what'd you do to get the OxiClean?
Oh, I put about half a cup, not even that.
You dissolved it in some warm water.
And I dissolved it in hot water. And then I made it warm water, or a little bit more than warm water, after it dissolved. And now
she added cold water before she put in the dress.
Why don't you do this?
She does not want to put the dress in hot water at all.
I don't put any clothes I do in hot water.
Well, it looks like she's enjoying the
she is, but she's got to give up her underwear.
Oh. Okay.
So we're just going to slip those off, honey, because they got to be clean too.
Yeah, well, everything's got to get clean.
Okay, since her blouse is showing white, we're removing it.
It's only been in about 15 minutes, maybe.
Yes. And we don't want to lose any more color than we have to. It's supposed to seal it, but you know how supposed tos are. So what I'm going to do is dump and show color. See, I think it's bleeding. That's not dirt. So we're not allowing any more. We're taking it off. So it lost a little, but not enough to make a difference.
Now it's going to get washed with laundry soap to get the OxiClean off.
Right.
And then it'll get rinsed with laundry detergent.
Right.
And then it's going to get dabbed dry in a towel.
Yeah, laundry softener.
Mm-hmm.
You said detergent, but
did I? First the soap, then the softener.
Okay, so she's had the OxyClean rinsed out. Then she got laundry detergent, 2 drops.
Yeah, and the softener.
And the softener and the laundry
rinsed
stuff.
really, really, really well.
And then rinsed super well. The reason her socks aren't here is because they are yellow.
So they're going to stay a little longer.
And they're going to stay in the OxyClean a little longer, but I don't think it's going to make any difference. Okay, so what I'm going to do is...
first of all, she did not wring the water out.
No.
She only patted the water out. And this is how she's going to get the rest of it out. Yep. Lay it on a towel. And then she's going to wrap up the towel, roll it up. But she's not going to wring the towel.
No.
She's only going to let the towel do the work.
This is as good as it gets.
And next, it's going to get ironed.
Well, here's the dress.
Laundered and...
white again.
And we dried it in the towel a little bit, just a little bit.
Yes, and we will show you.
It's still damp.
It's
and now it's going to get ironed.
And these are the reasons I like it wet. Just spraying it doesn't work so good. Okay, so do you see how beautiful this lace is? It's all crumpled up. See how crumpled up it is? So what I do is I gently pull it away. Don't pull too hard, because if you do, and if the lace is rotten, you know, some being so gentle, it will pull away and you'll have to repair. And
for those of you who are new, and I know those of you who've watched this before will get tired of me saying this.
Do you see how pretty that lace is?
Hang on, honey. This iron, we got it at Joann Fabrics, and it has only one temperature. It's not really, really hot, and that's why it works really well on these very fragile fabrics. There'll be a link to it in the description.
Isn't that beautiful?
It is. So you pulled it apart with your fingers.
I'm gently spreading it.
That's right. Okay, that's a better way
than pulling.
Yeah, it's a better way of describing it.
You don't want to pull it. And then I just flatten out that lace, and that's exactly what it looked like.
Okay, and now after this, she's going to show you how she irons
the
sleeve.
Okay, so here is the difference in the lace that I ironed and the lace that I didn't iron. But since this material dries so fast, and all those awful wrinkles, I take little pieces of, you can use cotton, paper towel, no colors, only white, and I stuff the sleeves. They said, I remember my mother ironing these sleeves when I was a little girl, and they'd always have this crease around them. I thought that odd. But of course, I didn't know that there were other ways to do it. And so when I started doing doll clothes, what did I do? I had to figure out a way not to do that.
Well, this essentially irons the sleeve.
So since the fabric dried, I'm just going to spray it. Nice sleeve.
And now she's going to continue ironing the rest of the dress. On to her shoes.
And here are Ruby Sue's shoes. And we do have a video on how to repair oilcloth. And what I do is, just take olive oil. You can use the linseed oil, but for me and my allergies, I do all of my oiling with.
It's going to rejuvenate the oilcloth.
Yeah,
and these are in excellent condition.
Yes, they are.
So all this is going to do is
keep them,
refresh them a little bit,
and keep them from becoming brittle. Which, if you watch the video we have already done on restoring oilcloth shoes, you'll see that they can be so brittle that they are a jumbled up cracked mess. And you can rejuvenate them with olive oil and seed oil, whichever you choose. So you can see that it's soaking in. So what I just do is take because you can never wipe off all the oil, and just go in and
She takes off the excess.
just take off the excess. But you can see did I do the heel? It doesn't even look like I know I didn't do the heel. Sorry about that. And it was too dry for it to be the heel, and I also do the edges of the heel. Okay.
And you're going to wipe them off, and they'll be good to go.
And they are good to go. So here they are, oiled and wiped off. And when they dry, they're not going to affect any clothes she's wearing or any of her socks. Only my fingers, because I have excess on it. They'll be fine. Don't worry. Well, here are some of the things that we have completed on Ruby Sue. And I tried something new this time for getting the rust off. We had one that was difficult to get off, and that's what made me think about it. And so I took 400 grit, which is a very fine sandpaper. And I did this, and it came out shiny. It took all the rust off, and they came out beautifully.
And so what else have we got here?
Okay, so on her shoes, I showed about oiling them. I forgot to tell you, please oil the snap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, on her socks that were yellow, they came out lovely.
They did.
And the water was very yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Here's her panties and here's her bow. So now and her dress is finished.
We'll show that at the end.
And now we're going to clean her.
Well, here is she's at the start of her bath. And I want to tell everybody, which I probably should have said at the very beginning, that if you want to see a full tutorial on any of these procedures, we have a full tutorial on the different parts of either combing out of their hair, washing their hair, giving them a bath on the outside, giving them a bath on the inside. There's all kinds on the channel. Right now, she's just going to get her a bath with a Mr. Clean, because actually she's not very dirty at all. But you want to be extremely careful.
That came from her.
Mm-hmm.
And this is coming from her. So you can't really see that there is dirt on her.
I didn't say she didn't have dirt. I just not very dirty, because we've had some dirty girls.
No, she's not dirty at all. It's excellent, but there is, because just being.
Yeah, it's just the passage of time.
Right.
But getting back to her face, you want to be extraordinarily careful around her eyebrows, her eyelashes,
I don't know where the Q-tip is. Okay.
Her cheeks. Please do not go over her cheeks. Very, wipe them down. And her lips. Be very careful, because they were painted on and they can come off.
Yes. I'm going to open up her eyes. And I'm going to just gently go over her.
Not pushing.
Oh, no. I see people push those eyes way back in their head. It kind of bothers me.
Yeah, and her eyes are perfect, so they don't need much.
See, there's a little dirt on them.
Yeah, that's all right. It's passage of time, but we're gonna hurry up her bath.
Yes. Since her hair is kind of like virgin, it was never played with, it was never combed, it was never, anything was never done, ever done to it. I am finger combing her hair. That's about all it needs before I wash it. And look, it's giving you an idea. Look at that, what the style was. Can you see that?
We haven't done this in almost a year.
A year, yes. The last time we did anything to show a video on styling.
No, combing out. We're way back at the beginning.
Yes.
We're combing out, and you can see that video on our channel.
Yes, way back.
way back. So you're going to just comb through it with your fingers.
Just with my fingers. You see that if I
and
run in.
really, you are not going to need with this particular doll on another doll that maybe wasn't in the condition that this one was in. You would want to look all the way through her wig.
Oh yes.
And make sure see if she has bald spots or if she has any kind
of threading is fine.
She probably. I already saw on the top. Show the top, the double stitch on the top. See, that's perfect. She's just in. After she has her hair washed, I will look through just because with time those threads can get weak.
They rot.
But really, with this particular doll, you're not going to need to do that.
No, I don't think so. Well, I finger combed her hair and got an idea what her style was, and then I decided I would take a wide tined metal comb and go through her hair, and I combed it out, and I'd like you folks to be able to see what her hair looks like combed out before it's washed. You can see that there aren't any knots, not any damage, because that was unplayed with hair. That was no bother to that. Look at that.
So she's going to get her hair washed, and yes, I know you've probably seen this before, but we're going to go over it really quick in case anybody's new. She's going to get her hair, all of her hair wet, and she's doing this with her head in it kind of upside down so that none of the water can get inside of her head or any part of her body. After she gets it all wet, then she's
so much hair, I can't get it wet.
Well, it'll take a few seconds. She's going to put some soap on it. It's just going to be some diluted
soap.
Shampoo. And then after she soaps it up and rinses it, then we're going to use some laundry softener, which is going to be Downy Free and Gentle. And that is going to be put on her hair and rinsed off. And then we will be combing it out.
Wow, look how beautiful her hair is. We are not going to have to go to any lengths to, I don't need scissors, to trim off any damage because this little girl is undamaged.
And she's got a very pretty head of hair.
See, there are no damage. Do you see that?
It's a very unique color.
Yes, it is beautiful. Actually, I'm going to use my fingers. She has a gorgeous, one of the most beautiful heads of hair I've ever seen. Pristine. Let's put it that way. Pristine.
We've had a couple. Not many.
We've had a couple. They're not many. This is rare to us.
Well, yeah, for us, because of course we usually help the dolls
that need help.
Yeah, we don't usually have the ones that are out of the box.
And that's pretty much the condition we found her in. Is I want you to look at those beautiful ends. Have you ever seen such beautiful ends? They're gorgeous.
So she's going to continue to comb her out, and then we're going to set her up for getting some curlers.
Well, her hair is combed out, and you can see that how long her hair is and how perfect it is. So
she's going to get her hair curled, and these are what we use. These are sponge rollers, and we get the ones made by Conair, but there are so many different companies that sell them. We get them on Amazon. There are 4 different sizes in the group that we get, and for the most part, we pretty much stick between the blue and the yellow.
But I did do the last, was it the last? No, recently I did it in pink.
Yep, we did. And the other, I need that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Give me another one.
So you can have it in a second. So this, if you haven't seen our videos before, this is an end paper. These are papers that
beauticians use.
Yep, for the ends of the hair, and this is what we use to keep the ends of the hair. We're going to show you right here to keep the ends of the hair. Here you go.
See, it's shorter here and longer here. And these end papers. So I want her hair wet. It's really wet, and I also spray the end paper because it helps.
And these end papers, we actually cut in half for the dolls. Because when you get them for a person,
they're a lot longer.
Yeah. So she's going to take it all
I
the way
don't
to the
want
end.
to cause damage by rolling her hair. Now, what I did is I looked on her wig cap, and the Toni styles on the sides roll back.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to keep it to the way it was. So I'm rolling it backwards on the side. And I don't want any damage. That's why I use end papers. And of course, and then some, I pull it, if you noticed, I pulled it a little tighter.
But she never pulls on the wig. She always grabs the hair.
Right.
So that it did not pull on the wig.
And if there's these little hairs, I try to tuck them in. Now, if I had my rat tail comb, that's what they would use at a beautician. They take the rat tail and go like this and shove the little extra hairs under. But her hair is pretty pristine, and I don't have my rat tail comb out. So I'm going to do.
That's what we're going to do all the way around.
Yes, I'm only going to do these side pieces. I see. I'll search. I'm going to search for. Here, see there. Here's her wig cap. See it?
Mm-hmm. And that kind of shows you where to put the.
Yeah, if you're going to have her hair go back. Well, her hair is set, and you can see how beautiful the color came out, being washed. Now, only thing that's left is restringing.
No.
What?
You forgot something.
What?
Well, she's clean on the outside. She's got to be clean on the inside.
You never restring without cleaning. You clean, then restring.
But you didn't say that.
I was going to. You never restring without cleaning the inside first. And we'll explain that, which we've done in other videos, but we'll do it
but this is going to be a very brief version.
So I am going to release her from her original. That is her original band. Everybody can see that. From almost 70 years ago, 65, 70, who knows. This doll seems to be an early doll, but then there are things that tell us that maybe she's not, so we don't know. So there went her S-hook, and I'm going to retrieve it. And guess what I'm going to do? The same thing I did to her. I'm going to sand it.
Okay.
And throw away that. And
we're going to finish taking her apart.
So there is the inside of her head. Here, you can see that her eyes are plastic, and that's why everything else shows she's earlier, but the plastic eyes confuse us. We would think they would be metal.
She's very clean.
She's extraordinarily clean. Even her bar,
which is almost always rusty.
Well, I haven't finished her bar. I'm going to find out right in front of everyone. You can see that there is stuff coming off, but usually this bar is a troublesome thing in the ideal dolls, because it's almost always problematic. In other words, it deteriorates. Do you see what's coming off?
So she's cleaning it with a little bit of peroxide.
And then I will seal it so that it can't rust.
Okay.
They do rust almost. She's one of the most pristine bars. So the next thing you do is, in cleaning your doll, is I use peroxide. I go in and I clean the entire insides.
Okay, so let's see an arm or a leg or something.
First, I have to see if there's any dirt in her. And she's one of the cleanest dolls I've ever worked on. I said she was actually, that is a little dirt, but it usually comes out black. And that's not an exaggeration. So let's try a leg. I clean, same as the bar, I clean the metal. And then I will seal it so you can see what comes off of the metal. That will eventually turn to rust. But let's get a different Q-tip and see what she's like inside. It can look is so clean, and it doesn't mean it is. But she just might be. She's got some dirt, but it usually comes out black, folks.
Well, she's going to continue to do this in her arms and in her body.
Also in her body. We're going to check.
And then we're going to move on to putting to sealing her metals.
Right. So I've done all but this arm. You can see that that's metal right there.
But what have you done, honey?
What I've done is I've used diamond glaze.
And you'll find a link to this in the description.
And
what she's going to do is she's using it to seal the cleaned metal so that it will not rust again.
Right. Put a coating over it because metal is the enemy of plastic.
No, rust.
I mean, rust. I'm sorry. Yeah, well, metal, because metal rusts. Unless they have a metal that doesn't rust.
Okay.
And other manufacturers did use metal that didn't rust.
So she, after we're done with this and she's all dry, she's going to be ready to string.
Yes, and I just want to show some of the dirt that comes out of the insides of these dolls. So I clean up the inside, and then I take either a Mr. Clean, depends on how bad it is, go in and get it, and then dry it with a tissue.
And you can see full tutorials on all these things.
All of that cleaning.
On the channel. Well, I think she's ready to be put back together. So we're going to restring her.
She's had all her metals taken care of. Her insides are clean. And she's all ready to be restrung.
It's been a bit of a marathon.
Yeah. But a fun one.
Yes.
She's so beautiful. I can't wait to see
I know. Look at that face. That's a gorgeous face.
That's a mini of that black hair doll you did with the two big cracks up the side.
Yeah.
She's pretty like that. In fact,
she is.
P93 is so just beautiful. She's just beautiful.
Yep.
Okay.
So let's just give everybody a rundown because we're not going to actually show the whole restringing process. If you would like to see that tutorial, it's on our channel, and there are links in the description of this video for you to go find it. So how do you do it? You do it a little differently than other people.
I do. The little one goes from here to here.
Oh, first of all, this rubber band is going to be attached to these S-hooks.
Right.
Okay.
And I keep this, when it's stretched, straight, so it doesn't get twisted.
Yep.
And then I attach the large band to this S-hook and stretch it down in between the one between her arms, like that. And then I pull that down here, and this goes to this leg, runs through here to this leg, and that ends up going up like that. Which takes all the strain off of this. Most people take the big one and go from here to here, like this. It puts a lot of strain on the rubber band.
Okay, so a lot of people have asked where we get our rubber bands, and we only get our rubber bands in one place because we've pretty much found that
the elasticity is lovely.
Yeah, we like the quality. And this is the place right here. You can see the website, but there's also a link to this website in the description of this video. And you do all of this with these hooks, but actually you are about to get upgraded hooks.
They're really lousy, I gotta tell you guys. But I found some armatures in an old doll, and I'm making some hooks. We're going to make.
They're not going to bend the way these do.
No, These are just, they need to be replaced
They do.
badly.
Okay, so we're gonna get to it, and she is about to be all back together and clean from head to toe.
And inside out.
That's right. Here we go.
Hi, Mom. Back together again.
Well, that's how we started this video.
I'm about to get my hair styled and all my clothes put back on.
Yep, she's
Can't
almost
wait.
done.
Can't wait, can't wait.
Yep, she's all strong and ready for her to take her hair down.
Uh-huh.
And it's going to get styled.
They told me I get to go to the park. I can't wait. I get my clothes refreshed and I get to go to the park.
Yep.
She's going to the park.
Well, it's finally spring.
Yes.
We don't have to hope it's spring anymore. It's finally spring.
No, it's finally spring and she's just as happy as she can be.
All
Have you
right.
ever seen more beautiful doll? No.
I don't know about
Okay.
that. She comes
Look at that
awfully
hair.
close.
She comes close to the black hair doll. Hey, maybe we ought to put them side by side in the park.
Maybe. We'll see. But let's go get her hair done. All of her curlers are in, and I think we have to take them out.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Of course, they've had time to dry.
They sure have.
So we're just going to take one out so everybody can see what we do. And sometimes they get stuck. So I just curl it around my finger. And you see these are,
Reusable.
yeah, well, these are the papers that we showed you that we use.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like I'm doing right here. I just flatten it and it's all ready to go again.
Yeah, we're going to use it again today.
You know what?
Hmm.
Her hair almost looks pink,
It does.
but it's apricot. Okay,
The prettiest apricot I've ever seen.
it is. So all that I do to comb out these curls is I put it in my fingers like this, and I comb each curl out, and then I will do her style. Well, there she is.
So-
All done and looking pretty much brand new.
Yes. It's been a long time coming.
Yes, it is. Look at her beautiful face. Let's see her hair. All done. Now you're going to notice that there are some clips at the bottom at the base of her hair, and those are kind of to train it
Yes.
to stay where we want it.
We'll leave it there a few days and then the hair will just say, oh,
It's amazing. It really works. We put them in and leave them in for a few days, and lo and behold, it stays there.
She has original barrettes
Yep, there are her original barrettes.
that we have
And her original.
and her original bow.
Mm-hmm.
And there's her other original barrette, although her little ringlet wants to hide it.
Yep. And look at how well your ironed sleeves. They're staying puffed, and you can see her arm through them. And it's just so sweet.
Yes,
Well, I think she looks wonderful, honey.
I do too.
And let's see.
She doesn't have, that is a borrowed slip, not this
you mean-
one.
Yeah,
The
this
attached slip. The borrowed slip.
she'll have her own.
She'll have her own. I
And
had to
her
borrow it.
undies look wonderful. Yeah, it was a success. I didn't have any doubt.
You did. Eh.
No, that she would turn out really well. I mean,
Oh, well, she was really well when she
I know that's
started.
what I mean.
Oh, she did.
She had
Oh,
everything going for her.
She had everything. And her hair is so soft. You didn't
It
have to
is.
do anything to it.
Nope, I didn't have to do a thing.
No?
No, she's
It just is as soft and luscious and beautiful as the day she was received. Oh, there is her little tag. You want?
well. I hope everybody enjoyed this lovely little girl. She's very special to us.
Yes, it's Ruby Sue. And now we have an extended family.
Mm-hmm.
Her owner and all their family is now our extended family.
Yep, they are.
And so it's we do have Ruby Sue here, but we also have some wonderful friends, all because of this sweet little doll.
Yep.
I'm very grateful.
We are. We're very, very grateful to be able to share her with you and to be able to enjoy her with our other girls.
Oh, she's happy as all. Oh, she's my friend from Maine used to say happy as a hog in mud.
Yes, she is. Okay, well, so we do really hope you enjoyed this video, and we want to welcome everybody that's new. And we hope you would maybe like to stick around and see some more. And if you would, you can subscribe to the channel. And if you'd love to give this particular video a like, that would be wonderful. And we're there again, honey.
Oh no.
Yeah, but you're getting pretty good at it.
Okay, let's see. Just remember, it is possible to do it yourself.
Even if it's a marathon.
It was a marathon.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.